I'm Michelle Agresti, and this is The Dog Show. This week on The Dog Show,
Hi everybody, I'm Megan Blake from A Super Smiley Adventure on Pet Life Radio. And tonight I'm guest hosting for The Dog Show, and we're at the Dog Writers Association of America Awards here in New York City.
So when I was about 4 years old, my mother was bundling me up. It was a cold day, just like today, and she was going to take me outside to go for a walk. And I was all bundled up in my winter coat, my hat, my mittens, and she got distracted doing something that mothers do, and I just decided on my own to walk out the front door. And we lived in a pretty rural area surrounded by a lot of woods. And so I wandered off, I don't know for how long, and then I got so far away from home I realized I had no idea where I was, and all I could see was woods that looked just like the left to the right, behind me, in front of me, and a feeling of panic came over me, and I realized I was all alone. It was starting to get dark. Again, I was 4 years old when, seemingly out of nowhere, our family's yellow lab, Sunny, came trotting up to me, poked me with her nose, turned around, started walking away. I started to follow. Next thing I know, we were back in front of my house. My mother could call the police back and say everything was fine. And so it's with that spirit that Designated Dog is happy and proud to provide the service dog going above and beyond for a Human Companion Award. As Elaine so kindly introduced me, I'm the co-founder of Designated Dog. I believe we're on page 15 or so of your program. In a nutshell, we partner with canine nonprofits. We create a special image of a dog driving, and then we co-brand that with them, and we give them back the portion of profits we agree with them. Unfortunately, the winner could not be here tonight, but we're still proud to support and happy to be sitting and having dinner with all of these wonderful folks. So I wish all of you a warm night, if that can be found. And congratulations to all of the winners and nominees. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Megan Blake for The Dog Show, and we're back again at the Dog Writers Association of America banquet, and I'm here with Jen Reeder. Hi, Jen.
Great to see you. Thanks for having me.
And Jen, you are rocking this necklace here. Tell us what this is, this medallion.
It's a Maxwell medallion for the best humor story.
I love it. And the name of your article
It
is?
was an essay for the Huffington Post called "I've Become a Crazy Dog Lady, but I'm okay with it."
And you know what? I've become a crazy dog lady. I'm okay with it too. And your title speaks for itself. But tell us about your article. I love it. I love the title.
It's just all about how neurotic I became once I adopted a lab mix, Rio. He's a great dog, and we have lots of fun adventures. And the gist is sort of that even though I'm so crazy about my dog, the great thing about dogs is that they love you as much, if not more, than you love them. So it's a reciprocal relationship.
I completely agree with that. And the thing is that dog people, animal people, think that this type of relationship is the norm. And not only is the norm, but it's like this fabulous world that we live in. That's where I come from. Is that what you're thinking?
Absolutely. Actually, it was really rewarding. It sort of went viral. And it was so fun to read all these messages and comments from around the world of people saying, I'm a crazy dog lady in Ireland, and having pictures of their dogs with crazy hats or crazy outfits or just their dogs cuddling with them. And it's just, there's a great dog community out there, and it's fun to be a part of it.
Well, I love that you have legitimized us being crazy dog people.
That's right.
I love that.
That's right. Embrace it.
Yes. And so I believe, for me, I know that animals are healers and teachers as well. I've learned so many things from all of my animals. What has your dog taught you?
Unconditional love, for
Yes.
sure. And actually, I had him certified as a therapy dog, and we
Yeah.
go to hospitals and visit patients together, and it just makes me so proud to see the smiles that he brings people who
Right.
are in a stressful situation. So.
I completely get that. Super Smiley is a therapy dog as well. And not
Yeah.
only does it bring people smiles, but they're amazing, almost miraculous experiences that we've had. Have you had experiences like that as well?
They just seem to know when someone needs a little extra
Right.
kiss or a little or just a calm demeanor.
Right.
If they just need someone to pet them for a while, then they'll just sit there and take it. So it's really exciting to see how intuitive dogs can be.
Right, intuitive. That's a beautiful word for it. Jen, congratulations on your award.
you.
Congratulations on your award tonight. And where can people go see more of your work? Because obviously you've got a lot of work out there, right?
Sure.
Tell us.
Genreader.com, REEDER, or I'm also on Twitter and Facebook. So let's meet on social media.
Wonderful. Jen, thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
Jen
Megan.
Reeder, and I'm Megan Blake for The Dog Show. Bye.
And the Maxwell goes to Randy Green in Jackson's case.
Indulge me for just a minute. Some of you guys that were here last year might remember that I really missed him. That I donated my Maxwell last year because it was done on a story that I did in Newtown at Sandy Hook. I donated it to a young girl who's my heroine here today. Her name is Samantha Couric. Samantha was a student at Sandy Hook during the tragedy there. She's grown up and she's learned the value of therapy dogs. So we've kind of run full circle. I was fortunate enough last year to win this award, this Maxwell. In April, I went back to Newtown, from Seattle to Newtown, gave her Maxwell, actually the Maxwell that I won last year, which she's got with her tonight. She brought it along as a good luck charm. Yeah. And here we've run full circle tonight, and I brought her and her mother, Jill Couric, from Sandy Hook as my guest tonight. So I want to thank you guys all very much. Thank you all. They become my East Coast family from Seattle.
And I'm Megan Blake, back for The Dog Show, where the Dog Writers Association of America awards. And I'm here with Valerie Silver. Hi, Valerie.
Hi, Megan.
First of all, you have this lovely medallion on. Congratulations on your win
Thank you
tonight.
so much. It's so exciting.
And you are quite an accomplished writer, and tonight you won for your book, Rescue Me, right?
Yes, in the human-animal bond category.
That is one of our very favorite categories, because my dog Smiley is a therapy dog, crisis response dog. So tell us about your hook in your book. What's your story about?
There's 12 stories in the book written by 10 different writers or contributors, and it's all about how we rescued these dogs and how much better they made our lives, and we made their lives better too. So it's a real story of relationship and love and compassion, going from the dogs and from the people.
Now, were these stories just from people submitted stories to you? Were they dogs they actually knew, or were they your dogs?
2 of the stories are mine, 2 of my dogs, including the dog I have now, Teddy.
I like that name,
They're
Teddy.
cute. Yeah, he's a little Bichon Shih Tzu mix from the SPCA. And my other dog story is from Duke, who my children brought home in a newspaper sack
Oh my goodness! So where did they find Duke?
on the street. He was a little
Wow,
puppy.
bless you, bless them for doing
Oh,
that.
He was only like 5 pounds covered with fleas. I hear, Mom, and you just know. You just know.
You knew that dog was not going anyplace
Oh my
else.
gosh, it was, yes, we had him for 15 years almost.
Oh, bless
He
you.
was such a good dog.
And so that's 2 of the stories. And in the stories, do you talk about things that you learned from the dogs, the lessons they taught? What do you share in your stories?
It's about how they've healed us, taught us
Healers,
things,
yes.
been our companions and friends. And a lot of the stories talk about, there's, like I said, 10 writers altogether.
Yes.
So they really talk about what the dogs did for them, how they learned different life lessons, or how the dogs helped them through crises.
Can you
dogs
share-
just do that by being dogs.
They absolutely do. Can you share a couple of the lessons? Like, I've learned so many things from all of my rescued animals. What are some of the things that your writers learned?
Well, I can show you Carol right here and
Okay.
Lolly.
Okay.
Lolly doesn't have a jaw. She came into the shelter with a jaw that was mangled, and the person thought it would heal itself, and of course it wouldn't.
Right.
So when they finally brought them in, Carol adopted Lolly, and she kept trying to fix her jaw. And finally she realized she had to let the jaw go. And she said that she learned that, sometimes things just don't go the way we think they should, that
Right.
there's a
Right.
better plan, a better way. And once she let Lolly take off her jaw, she just lived such a happy, joyful life. Carol hand-fed her for years. And she just said she fed her gypsy spirit and taught her to live on faith.
I love that. I love that. And often, that's such a good lesson, because often we just grab onto something as humans. We want to make it work. But dogs, you've heard that book, Who Moved My Cheese? The dogs just kind of go with where the cheese
Yes,
is,
they
right?
They do. And my dog Duke is another one. He was so compassionate. This is the dog that came home in the newspaper sack.
Okay.
And he was so loving, even toward my little Frenchie, who was not always so loving to Duke. But Duke always would share the toy, even though he knew Louie would take it away. And I just learned, sometimes somebody's not always deserving, but we can show them some compassion anyway. So that I learned from Duke.
I love it. These are such beautiful, beautiful lessons, Valerie. Thank you so much for sharing your book with us. And also, can you just comment on the awards ceremony tonight? There were such amazing, impressive writers. And I loved do you remember what Elaine said at the beginning about how the true winners, which you have won, and it's fabulous, but the true winning is when someone takes your information and gets something from it. Can you talk about that a little bit? Do you remember her saying that?
Yes, I do, and she's so right.
Yeah,
she's
could
so
you
right.
express that to our listeners, please?
Yes, well, I know that because someone left me a review, and they said, I had no idea dogs went through this. I had no idea how severe the homeless problem was. And please, everybody, get out there and help dogs, adopt dogs, help dogs.
I love
and
that.
I thought
Let's
they
just say
got
that.
the message.
Help dogs, help dogs, adopt dogs, help them.
Right,
We
adopt,
love
don't
this
shop, spay and neuter your pets.
Yes, spay and neuter.
Those are our mantras. Adopt,
And they will
don't shop.
teach you so much if you just open your hearts. One thing I
Oh my
always say
gosh,
is
yes.
that we're their leaders, we're their stewards, but if you open your eyes and your heart, they will lead us to places we can't even imagine.
Their unconditional love is so amazing. And one of the things I wrote in Teddy's story was that they create an emotionally safe space for
Right,
us so
right.
that we can heal, that we can grow, we can become better people because of who they are. They make it safe for us to do that.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing this on the show and also in your beautiful book. Hold it up again and tell everybody where can they get your book?
Rescue Me, they can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles or on my website, tapinfinity.com. If they want an autographed copy, they can get it there.
Wonderful. Valerie Silver, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
on The
you,
Dog
Megan.
Show.
It was so
Bye.
much fun. Bye.
Hi, this is Michelle Agresti for The Dog Show. And I'm here with Ada Nieves, a world-renowned pet fashion designer, among many other things.
This is actually a piece that I painted. So it was inspired on the Lucky 7. I thought it was funny. Work and attention. The basco. They are too excited. Okay. And that's it. Tabasco is experience on getting dressed. So this is again a full vest. You see the nice color and the details on the collar and the sleeves. And he's ready to go. Yes. And I didn't even notice. I made them matching. Look, they're wearing red.
Yeah.
Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Amoreto is the more formal one in the tuxedo. Okay, stay there. Good babies. You see, and look how nice. And they will stay like that now because they're waiting for their treats on the camera or some action. I'm going to have to put them in the bag and go out with them. Right, Vanilla? Stay there, Vanilla. Good girl. Ah, look at you. Beautiful. And like I said, so this is the Vanilla is wearing the apron type. Like you see, she has no restrictions on her movements around her legs. So any dog, any beginner dog, or any beginner cat or pet can use this type of things. I mean, very easy to put on. And Tabasco wear something fully closed for more experienced animals. But if you want to, there's nothing wrong if you want to start with this type of outfits too. But probably it's going to take you longer for the animal to get accustomed to.
Cool.
Now imagine in the New York Pet Fashion Show, imagine 300 or 400 dogs all dressed by the best pet fashion designers in the industry. Because I have my colleagues that are very creative. I'm a great admirers of them too. And then each of these dogs come dressed by everyone in the industry, and it's a parade of the best that is out there. Everything unique, and then you'll find outfits that can be from $25, something simple, to thousands of dollars. We had one dress a couple of years ago that was value at $14,000.
Oh my God.
Yes, I can buy a car with that. But the dog had a dress, so lucky dog. She was the envy of everyone, I'll tell you that.
If you're interested in seeing more of Ada's work, you can go to her website. This has been Michelle Agresti for The Dog Show.
Hi, this is Erin for the Dog Show, and I'm here with Joanna Aqua. So you're a guest at Kismet and Rose's wedding. How did you find out about this event?
Well, I'm designer. We know where the wedding is happening in this town, so yeah.
So you're a fashion designer for cats and dogs, or?
Humans, snakes, all the species. Yeah, I do all the species. If you ever need the get up, call me.
I can definitely use a get-up, no problem.
You got beautiful figure, yes, you can use it. Yeah.
Thank you. Did you design the outfit that your little buddy is wearing tonight?
Her name is Kokomam Aqua, and of course I did, yes. It's a Valentine's dress.
Yeah, where do you take your where do you take your inspiration when you're designing?
You know, I dream, I look around, I look at the black car, and I can just design something which is shiny, sexy, and sleek, like this car right there. So, yeah, everything. And like I look at your face and at your eyes, and they inspire me too. I just see everything around me.
If you were to design for me, how would you dress me?
Okay, since you're a curvy girl, come around her. Since you are a curvy girl, I will accentuate your beauty. I will put something actually very color of your skin with big, beautiful hat. And then in the back, bow on your buttocks. How about that?
I like. When it comes to designing for, let's say, cats, what do you look for inspiration?
You know, I observe animals. I love animals. I volunteer a lot in rescues every week, actually, so you can guys see me there live. And I just love animals. So I look at them. You see the pack right there? How they move. You observe their movement, and then you just know how you have to design it. Because the pets are different than us. We're standing. The pets are, you know, on force. So I want to make sure that we cover 3D effect for pets. It's more difficult for pets than for humans, to be honest.
For somebody who might say that it's silly or even abusive to dress their animal, what would you tell them?
Silly and abusive? You know what's silly and abusive? Leave pets in the shelters. Give up on them. When you put the clothing on the pet, in the back of your head, you associate them with tiny humans. So I believe that fashion and the garments on the pets make us better humans. We start to love them like other humans. We understand they are the same human, not human beings, but they are beings as much as good as we are. So no, it's not abusive. It's actually make us a better people, because we humans, we need inspiration to love animals. That's what I'm standing for. That's what I try to do in my life. I try to inspire a young generation. I really go every week and volunteer my time because I love animals. I can stand and cry. And you see the garment on her? The moment you put the garment on your little pet or big pet, your back of your head, you don't recognize. You're gonna think, well, this pet is like a tiny human. She looks like human. And then you love them more. That's why I connect fashion with the volunteering, with saving animals, with the welfare for animals.
And the rescue that you volunteer with, is it anyone in particular?
Of course, it's Ginny's Furry Friends, and they love me, and I love you guys.
Do they have a website or a Facebook that people can get in touch or donate?
Zinny'sFurryFriends.org.
Well, wonderful. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we leave you?
Well, yes, I would like to ask you, do you have any pets?
I actually have 4 cats. I have Samantha, Olivia, Tommy, and Sylvia.
What's your favorite part about your pets?
Oh my goodness, smushing with them on the couch at night.
And that's why we do the fashion for pets. You know why we do? Because we want to spend as much time, we want to cherish them, want to love them, spoil them. You know what's my motto? Not only adopt or shop. Adopt, love, and actually spoil them. Spoil your pets. Their life is so much shorter than ours, so I'm glad. I need to see your pets. I'm gonna dress them up.
I'll show you. I have their picture on my phone. Okay, well, this has been Erin for The Dog Show.
That's our show for this week. You've been watching The Dog Show, and I'm Michelle Agresti.